AI image generation is also prone to hallucinations, just like text-based AI like Chat-GPT, for example. Just like you can ask Chat-GPT what was the war of stable diffusion, and sometimes it will give you an answer that has absolutely no grounding, that's completely made up, but it will give you it in a convincing way. It's what's called hallucinations, because once again, AI is just generating the most likely answer to you. It has no concept of truth or accuracy. It's just that in real life, the truth is the most likely answer, but not always. And so sometimes the text-generated models will give you hallucinations, and so will the image generation models. So here I asked, for example, for ants carrying different organs. And you can see there is here a liver, a heart, a kidney, kind of, a pair of lungs, and I have no idea what this is. This is not an organ, at least, not a human one. But the way I try to compensate for this is to be specific in what I want. So I usually ask for ants carrying anatomically correct human organs, between parentheses, a liver, comma, a heart, comma, a kidney, comma, a pair of lungs, comma, an uterus, close parentheses. Don't leave it to the AI. Don't ask for the AI for a pile of anatomically correct organs. That tends to generate terrible results because it can't differentiate between a real organ that exists in a human and some hallucination that could come, for example, from a sci-fi movie. So whenever possible, try to specify what you want. If you want lungs and a heart and bowel and kidneys and the spleen, ask for the organs. Now, the limitation here, of course, is that the more words you add to a description, to a prompt, the more likely it is that the AI will ignore part of it. So there is something of a limitation of the current generation. Can you create an image of 12 different organs in line? Perhaps, but I think it's unlikely to work out well, because the AI will probably not obey all your commands. If you try to list all the organs, it will probably ignore some of them. And for those it ignores your commands or tries to make up, they will just look weird. What you can do in this specific situation, if you really want to use this image, is go once more into image to image and use infill to substitute specifically the organ you did not like. Then you could go into infill, select that organ that does not exist, and ask, for example, for it to generate a miniature uterus. And maybe it will look decent. It's a possibility. Sometimes if you really want it, it can work.